Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to St. Valentine's Day Massacre, live from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
We are kicking the night off in vengeful fashion. The EST of WWE, your 2025 Royal Rumble winner, the leader of the newly formed Estate faction, Bianca Belair, taking on the top guy, Jade, the woman who made her return at the Royal Rumble, the same Royal Rumble that saw Bianca Belair stand victorious. Blair Davenport, who was taken out by Bianca months ago. Bianca Belair under a mask at the time, taking out Blair in the parking lot, driving her head through a car windshield, and then some. And now Blair is back for revenge.
And her opponent from New Zealand, Blair Davenport.
Blair Davenport back for revenge, back to get her comeuppance, much like Cora Jade at Clash at the Castle in an ambulance match. Only this time, there is no ambulance. There is disqualification, just straight up one-on-one action, which is quite surprising for the top guy, Jade, but, I mean, she is one of the very best in the women's division. You have to think even though she wants her revenge, she wants to outclass Bianca Belair, wants to outmaneuver the EST, the toughest, the roughest, the strongest, the fastest. Miss WrestleMania. I mean, it is Miss WrestleMania at this point. She is undefeated heading into WrestleMania this year. Still unknown is the champion of her choosing, whether she will be facing Sophia Everett and Lyra Valkyria. We hope to know sometime soon who she will be facing at WrestleMania. But for now, St. Valentine's Day Massacre, she will be taking on the top guy, Jade. She will be taking on the woman that wants to rip her throat out, Blair Davenport, who is shadowed behind, obviously, her Dominion stablemate, Chelsea Green. Bianca Belair shadowed by Lash legend, member of the Estate, no Jakara Jackson here tonight. According to Bianca Belair, on Monday, under the weather with an unknown illness. Hope she gets well soon. Here we go, Bianca, Blair Davenport, one-on-one, and eye rake opening the matchup, creating an advantage for Bianca almost immediately. And into a collar and elbow tie-up. What an exchange there. And Bianca showing why she is the strongest, overpowering Blair Davenport in that exchange. And Blair Davenport with some back elbows in the midsection to the sternum area of Bianca Belair. Irish whip into that top right corner. And Lash legend already making her presence known in this matchup, distracting Blair Davenport from her goal, the task at hand, getting her revenge. And Bianca with a couple of right hands and a stiff kick to the midsection and driving Blair Davenport's head straight into the mat. Thanks to Lash legend creating that opening for her to get on the attack. But Blair Davenport with a stiff boot across the face of Bianca Belair. The EST taken out quickly there. As Blair Davenport now on the attack, targeting the back area. Bianca Belair, good God! Stiff curb shot stomps to the back of Bianca. With another stiff kick as well, going up to that middle rope. Big body splash out of that corner and going for the cover here. One. Referee John Cone on the count there, a count of one, not enough to put away the EST. Referee John Cone will be officiating the matches here tonight as Blair Davenport calling for Bianca to get up, using her back as a stepping stool and looking to drive her head into the mat, but Bianca able to get out of the way and follow it up with a clothesline. But Blair Davenport right back on the attack with a stiff kick, big boot, driving the EST to the ground. And now maybe looking for it one more time, calling for Bianca to get up yet again, using her back as a step stool and driving her head into the mat. What a vicious attack there from the top guy, Jade, showing why she was the Intercontinental Champion, driving double axe handle into the ground, in the mat. I believe Blair Davenport was our longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. I cannot recall. Backdrop driver on the outside. What in the world? I don't know how they pop back in the inside, but Lash Legend grabbing the feet of Blair Davenport yet again, creating another opening for Bianca to get back into this matchup, driving a big boot right into the back and sliding in a kendo stick as Lash Legend. But Blair Davenport catching Bianca in a stiff knee strike, Kamagoye, to the bridge of the nose of the EST, and referee John Cone getting that kendo stick out of the ring as Lash Legend tries to distract Blair Davenport, but Blair Davenport with a stiff elbow to the back of the head. Good Lord, taking out Bianca, but referee John Cone is distracted thanks to Lash Legend taking off that turnbuckle pad. And only a count of 1 for Blair Davenport. That was going to be the end there. You had to think, what a stiff shot. Lash Legend throwing in the kendo stick yet again. And now going to take off the turnbuckle pad again maybe, but Chelsea Green getting in the way and going right after Lash Legend. Lash Legend getting involved one too many times for Chelsea Green, and Chelsea Green taking the fight to Lash Legend as the action continues here in the ring. Chelsea Green getting rid of Lash Legend as Bianca Belair gets that kendo stick. Kendo stick in hand. She's looking to deal out some punishment to Blair Davenport, but the referee seeing Bianca. What the hell? That's Cora Jackson! Baseball shot! Taking out Blair Davenport! What the hell? I thought she was under the weather! Bianca Belair going up to the top! 450 splash to Blair Davenport! God damn it! The EST is victorious thanks to the estate.
Here is your winner, Bianca Belair.
Chelsea Green did all that she could to take out Lash Legend, but she couldn't account for Cora Jackson. I'm starting to think maybe she wasn't under the weather, but Bianca Belair takes advantage of the numbers game here tonight. Looks like Sophia Everett will have her hands full here tonight in our main event, but for now, we have a generational battle as a young upstart tries to make a name off of a living legend.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
This all started before the Royal Rumble, which Roxanne Perez called out Naomi face to face. I want to take you out in the Royal Rumble. Obviously, it did not come to that, but upset that she did not win the Rumble, taking her frustrations out on Naomi. saying the old guard needs to perish and make room for the new kids on the block. The Prodigy looking to make a name for herself here tonight against one great superstar, a legend in this business, Naomi. And a big win here tonight might put her on that path to greatness herself, Roxanne Perez. I mean, with a nickname like the Prodigy, you have to live up to it. Former NXT Women's Champion 2 times over. I think 3 times over, actually. Former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. But she will have her hands full with a former WWE Women's Champion, a former Tag Team Champion, the Glow herself, Naomi, is in Minneapolis.
From Orlando, Florida,
Naomi has been on a bit of a downturn lately. Obviously coming up short in the Royal Rumble. Not being able to accomplish her goals of main eventing WrestleMania. Of finally capturing the Women's World Championship. A championship that she has been chasing for pretty much all year. Obviously coming up short. We know the story. Coming up short at Money in the Bank. Coming up short at King and Queen of the Ring in her one-on-one opportunity. Obviously due to some outside interference at the time. And coming up short in a couple of matches here and there lately. We're here tonight looking to get right back on track against, I mean, let's be perfectly clear, a very game Roxanne Perez. And Naomi is going to have to keep her eyes on the prize here tonight if she's going to be able to get one over on the Prodigy. But it's not like Naomi hasn't been here before. Like I said previously, former WWE Women's Champion, multiple time Tag Team Champion. She's decorated, man. Former FCW Women's Champion. She is decorated. Future Hall of Famer in the business. But, again, with the Prodigy looking to make a name for herself here tonight, a big win over Naomi. I mean, she has shown that she is willing to do whatever it takes to gain a victory over her opponents. And here in Minneapolis, I mean, this Minneapolis crowd is behind Roxanne Perez as Naomi firing out of the gates, charging towards Roxanne Perez, but Roxanne with an arm drag and now a DDT head scissors. Using Naomi's headstrong, seeing red against her, as she calls for Naomi to get up to her feet here. I mean, these two women, two of the very best in the businesses. Roxanne, a unique maneuver here, targeting the arm, maybe a submission attempt, perhaps. Referee John Cone in there close to watch to see if Naomi's taps. But she's able to get loose out of the submission, a little bit of a kind of a variation of a Fujiwara armbar. She gets an atomic drop and now driving the boots into the mush of the Prodigy. These two women, very, very high talents in the world. As Naomi looks for a pinfall there, not even a 1 count. Now we're in a collar and elbow tie. Both women very high in their game. But Roxanne Perez, maybe a little bit higher. Ducks a kick there from Naomi. Ducks right under it. That was kind of sick. Big DDT execution there from Roxanne. Shout out to Rated R Superstar. And only gets a 1 count there on Naomi. Looking at the referee, maybe thinking that was a slow count there. I don't know if I agree with that, but referee John Cone calling it right down the middle. One of the best in the business here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Big drop kick to the Vikings. Big drop kick to the back of Naomi there. Minnesota is home of the Vikings, home of the Minnesota Timberwolves, home of the Minnesota Lynx, home of the Minnesota Twins. So we get back into a collar and elbow tie up here in Naomi, obviously with the power advantage over the smaller Roxanne Perez. Oh, and Roxanne not honoring the break. Big kick to the gut there of Naomi. Back into a collar and elbow tie up there, and Naomi winning the exchange yet again. Obviously, like I said, overpowering the smaller Roxanne Perez. But Naomi keeping it respectful, not. Oh, but Roxanne, big chops out of the corner. I'm telling you, Winner will do whatever it takes to get one over on Naomi. Big suplex there from the Prodigy. As smooth as ever, and another big drop kick targeting the back. She has targeted the arm, setting up for the crossface maybe later in the match, setting up the back for the prop rock. She is absolutely targeting the essential body parts that she needs to finish this matchup with her finishing maneuvers. Grabbing a handful of hair of Naomi and driving her head right off that turnbuckle pad. And big chop to the chest of Naomi. But counter with a back soul kick. Naomi up in that corner. Spinning DDT out of the corner. Tornado style. 1. Only a 1 count there for Naomi on Roxanne Perez after the tornado DDT from the middle rope. Springboard. Bulldog. DDT, or not DDT, what is that? I don't know what that is. Bulldog, I guess. Springboard Bulldog. I guess it's just a Bulldog. Oh, looking for the calf kick, and Roxanne was looking to attack the calf. Looking to attack it again. Naomi able to counter, and targeting the leg area of Roxanne herself. I mean, it's not like Naomi doesn't have submission in her game as well. Obviously, she has the Slay mission. Big right hands to Roxanne Perez, and Naomi looking to go high risk, but Roxanne Perez able to see it coming, get in the ring and avoid possibly a very damaging attack to the outside of the ring, pound the padded concrete. And now right back on the attack as Naomi counters the big kick to that back, almost the kidney area, and bouncing out of the corner with a rear view. This could be it. This could put away Roxanne. 1, 2. Oh, a near fall there for Naomi, almost putting away the Prodigy. Roxanne's dreams of going on to maybe accomplish something even bigger, going up in smoke there nearly. Maybe looking for the crossface there as after she countered the Slay on mission there from Naomi. Big elbow. Springboard drop kick. Oh, but springboard cross body after the counter of the drop kick from Roxanne Perez. What a counter. They don't call her the Prodigy for no reason. Big forearm countered there from Naomi into a springboard cross body. Didn't get all of it, but enough to knock down Roxanne Perez. What a matchup this has been thus far. Minneapolis getting a show. Speedball kicks, finishing off with a roundhouse. What a combination there from Naomi. Showing the experience coming into play here. And she's feeling it, feeding off of the energy of this Minneapolis crowd. Big Superman forearm. Oh, but Roxanne fighting out of it. Not to be. Big rear view out of nowhere. Another rear view to Perez. She's out. And Naomi getting her into position. Oh, getting her away from those ropes. That's what I'm saying. The experience from Naomi. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out by the Prodigy. Showing the resilience, the fighting spirit of the new generation. Kick in the gut, roll through, maybe looking for it, the Slay a mission. Can she get it? Locked in, she does. And it's locked in tight, it's locked in good. Roxanne trying to escape, and I think Naomi felt it slipping there. Letting go of the submission maneuver. Big right forearm, following up the left kick, a right kick, another kick in the midsection. Head scissors, takedown. And a dab to finish it off at showboating. Saying this is some light work. Yeah. Leaving the ring and going back in. Maybe showboating a little bit more. Got to be dangerous. When messing with Roxanne Perez, a face buster into the mat. Into position. Looking to finish it. Maybe a springboard moonsault. No. Calling for Roxanne to get up to her feet. And a blockbuster from the top rope. Maybe this will spell the end for Roxanne. Combination Hurricane Rana. Roxanne not getting any room to breathe from Naomi, who has mounted offense for the past 3 minutes. Oh, Roxanne looking to counter there, but no, Naomi countering it herself, and a kick to the, I think the midsection of the chin area. I don't know, but she got all of it, and it knocks Roxanne on her ass. Head full of hair for Naomi. Bouncing Roxanne off the ropes. And now targeting the arm herself. That'll really loosen up for the Slayer mission if she's looking for it later in the match. Driving Roxanne into that corner. Springboard! Disaster kick. Oh, what the hell? Is that the estate? What? Jakara Jackson? What the hell is she doing out here? What reason does Jakara Jackson have to be out here? Oh, no. Roll up for Roxanne, create an opening, and stacks her. Oh, but Naomi able to kick out of it. Why the hell is Jakara Jackson out here? What reason does she have to be out here? We obviously saw her earlier in the night involved in the Blair Davenport Bianca Belair match and allowing Bianca to win with a baseball shot off the ropes. for Roxanne. Counter, big elbow. Right hand, another right hand. And now targeting the arm of Naomi. Thanks to Cora Jackson creating this opening. This could be it. 2. Oh, only a 2 count there for the Prodigy, who is back in this matchup. Thanks to Jakara Jackson making an appearance for some odd reason here in this matchup. Driving the head of Naomi off that turnbuckle pad. And a big scoop and slam there for the Prodigy. Going up to the middle rope. Calling for Naomi to get up to her feet. What the hell could Roxanne Perez be looking for? Pop rocks through the middle rope. 1, 2. That's gonna be, oh, that could have been it. Close count there. Close count there for the Prodigy. She almost just saw the biggest victory of her career. Crossface is locked in. Naomi close to the ropes, but also nowhere to go. Roxanne has it locked in tight, deep. Naomi has no choice but to submit. Damn it.
Here is your winner, Roxanne Perez.
I don't want to sound biased here, ladies and gentlemen, but Roxanne Perez was absolutely in troubled waters, and she would have lost this match if not for Jakara Jackson, but alas, Roxanne sees her hand raised in victory here tonight, and the new generation has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
Feel like the Dominion seen better days.
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Big time matchup here for the Intercontinental Championship. Mike Rome with the introductions here tonight. Obviously bringing back the black steel cage in remembrance of the first ever St. Valentine's Day Massacre that saw Stone Cold Steve Austin take on Vincent Kennedy McMahon in a steel cage match at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. And we see it here tonight as Selina Drake finally gets her rematch one-on-one with Cora Jade for the championship that she was not pinned for at the Royal Rumble in Chicago that saw Cora Jade victorious, winning her first ever singles championship here within the WWE. And since Cora Jade has won that championship, she's almost become like a changed woman. They say the gold does not make the man or woman. The man or woman makes the gold. And, I mean, seemingly lately, the gold has consumed Cora Jade in a change of attitude here, more aggressive, more arrogant, and just more pompous, more attitude, just not very well liked, even amongst her own faction mates. And tonight she'll have to go it alone in a steel cage against a woman who wants to tear her head off and take back her Women's Intercontinental Championship. But the question is, how will Cora Jade fare on her own? We've seen Cora Jade get extreme. We've seen it in the past. She faced Roxanne in a no-holds-barred match about a little more than a year ago. We've seen her compete in ambulance matches. We've seen her compete in 6-women hardcore matches. Or false kind of, I don't know what that match was. It was something. It was extreme. And now she finds herself here in a steel cage match, locked within 4 walls, putting her championship on the line. What a hell of a first championship defense, by the way. Steel cage. I do not feel sorry for her one bit. actually. And I would not want to be in her position. I mean, laid out Monday night as a message sent from the final detail of the main event herself, Selina Drake. But the question is, I mean, can Cora Jade survive? That's all she has to do is survive. Outlast Selina and get her down, pin to the mat, 1, 2, 3. There will be no escape. You have to pin or submit your opponent within the 4 walls. Now let's go to Mike Rome for the championship introductions.
The challenger from Dayton, Ohio, Selina Drake. And her opponent from Chicago, Illinois, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Cora Jade.
That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The Women's Intercontinental Championship is on the line in a hellacious steel cage match. Now, it's quite obvious that Cora Jade did not want this match, let alone a steel cage match. She didn't want to compete against Selina Drake. She didn't want a steel cage match. She didn't want to defend her Intercontinental Championship here tonight. And she got all 3 against her wishes. That she is locked in this cage. That is the important detail of all of this. She is locked inside with Selina Drake. It is not the other way around. She goes for a cover there, and not even a count of 1 for Selina Drake there. But already dealing out the punishment to Cora Jade here early on in this matchup. There will be no running. There will be no hiding for the Sorceress of Sin. As Selina Drake calls for her to get up to her feet, which Cora Jade slowly does, feeling the impact of this matchup already. As Selina Drake has not allowed Cora Jade to breathe here in this match. Cora finally gets in some offense there with a counter back elbow, and now snapmare drop kick. What a vicious drop kick. And already the arrogance of Cora Jade showing here in this matchup. Irish whip into the corner. Big chop countered. God, that looked like it hurt on the counter. And good Lord, what a German suplex there from Selina Drake, going for the cover again, and Cora Jade kicks out. Selina Drake ever so precise in her movements. Everything has a purpose. There's no wasted motion in her offense when she decides to put forth brutality towards her opponent. And she locks in a sleeper hold on Cora, looking to make her go to sleep. You tap, you nap. It's either tap, nap, or snap. As Cora Jade is able to wiggle out of the submission attempt, but Selina right back on the attack with a big drop kick to the back of the head, now targeting the leg of Cora. I'm telling you, dissecting every body part. There is no wasted motion in Selina Drake's offense as she hits some stiff right hands and a big forearm shot to round out the combination of strikes. Big kick to the knee. The surgically repaired left knee of Cora Jade also is a big red flag here in this matchup, in which steel cages have injured opponents in the past, injured many wrestlers in the past. And Cora Jade, with that left knee, with that brace on, the surgically repaired knee, that is a target. And she hits a big drop kick to the midsection of Selina Drake. Intercontinental Championship on the line here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which has been a terrific crowd thus far here tonight. And looking to continue it even further into the night, this momentum. As Cora Jade misses the big forearm, and Selina able to counter it into a drop kick, and Selina Drake is feeling it. Eyeing her opponent, targeting her, but Cora able to get that right knee up, or maybe it was the knee with the brace, which would deal out even more punishment. I guess that's the positive of having the knee brace. Big right Sicilian chop to the chest of Selina, going for the cover. First cover of the matchup here for Cora. And able to get a 1 count there. Selina kicking out at a count of 1. Got to do a lot more punishment to put away the former Intercontinental Champion. As Cora Jade right on the attack. Big elbow, and now calling for Selina to get up to her feet. Maybe looking for, powerbomb position. This is something Cora Jade doesn't do regularly. Oh, wait, no. Get her up on the shoulder and draping her across the ropes. And now targeting the legs of Selina. Cora does not have any submission-based offense, but dissecting the legs, I mean, that'll be tough. Big knee. Driving Cora's face into her knee and now deadlifting her gut-wrench style. Gut-wrench suplex. But if Cora is able to target the legs of Selina, she won't be able to get a full amount of impact on that whirlwind kiss. Impaler DDT to Cora Jade. This could be it. New Women's Intercontinental Champion already. But Cora Jade able to kick out there. And maybe Selina looking for the end here. Maybe whirlwind kiss. Maybe silk snare. But no. Cora able to fight out of it. And now just launching Selina into the corner. And sizing up her opponent. Maybe taking a little bit too much time. Driving the knee into the bridge of the nose there. Oh, I thought she was going for a dragon suplex. But no, just driving Selina into the mat. And now sizing up Selina. Maybe looking for Jaded. Counter. These two women know each other so well. Have faced each other a multitude of times. At Clash at the Castle. Or not Clash at the Castle. At New Year's Revolution. Which saw Cora Jade unsuccessful in taking the championship the first attempt, and then following it up, successfully winning the championship at the Royal Rumble. And now using the cage to the advantage. Selina just throwing Cora into that cage. And the damage being shown already on the back of Cora, and now driving her boots into the face. And the mush of Jade. And now a calf lock. Almost a calf crusher, calf killer. Shout out to AJ Styles. But Cora using her back elbow, driving into the head of Selina to get out, now driving her boot into the midsection. Just a penalty kick. Irish whip off the ropes. Big super kick counter there from Selina, but forearm from Cora, already back on the attack, not allowing her to get in some offense into a shining wizard. Cora Jade, Selina Drake, back and forth action here for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. One of the biggest prizes on Monday Night Raw for the women's division. Getting her in a seated position. Another shining wizard. And now just attacking the back of Selina, calling for her to get up. Maybe looking for Jaded. One more time, was unsuccessful earlier in the match. No, getting her up in the shoulder press and driving her neck across that rope yet again. Cora going up to the top. Remember, there is no escape. Looking for a coffin drop. Got all of it. This could be it. This could be successful championship defense. But no, Selina able to kick out there from the maneuver from Cora Jade. Big senton there from Cora, who's getting in the most offense she's probably had this entire matchup. And Selina in the deep waters here in this matchup is in trouble. Selina targeting, or Cora targeting the legs again of Selina. Again, if you target the legs of Selina, she will not be able to get in the full force, the full brunt of the silk, or the whirlwind kiss. Big super kick from Cora off the rebound there. Now looking for Jaded. Countered yet again. Selina has had it. Wait. What the hell? That's Chelsea Green. Whirlwind kiss from Selina Drake. Crawling into the cover. As Chelsea Green is scaling the steel cage. What is she doing? Selina Drake in the cover. Chelsea Green breaking it up in a count of two. That could have been the matchup. Chelsea Green with the in position. The unpretty her. Chelsea Green, what that? Chelsea Green looked conflicted. Sophia called her the glue on Monday night. Chelsea Green tonight has tried to do all that she could to keep Dominion together. And in this steel cage match, going as far as to take out Selina Drake. And now Cora Jade calling for Selina to get up to her feet, waiting her out. Jaded with Selina Drake planted. 1, 2, 3. Cora Jade retains.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Women's
Cora Jade seemingly always finds a way. And thanks to Chelsea Green, maybe to her own wishes, Cora Jade finds herself victorious in this steel cage match and retains her Intercontinental Championship. I feel sorry for what's to come for Cora and Chelsea.
The following is a Gauntlet turmoil match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. When one superstar is eliminated, a new superstar enters. Eliminations can occur by pinfall or submission. The match will be won if the first entrant eliminates all other entrants in the match.
This is our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Sophia Everett putting her World's Championship on the line against every member of Chemical X here in a gauntlet match. Her toughest challenge to date. But the question is, who will start off for Chemical X? What is the strategy going into this matchup for the faction? And, I mean, with the new rules that Molly Holly put in place, no DQ for Chemical X, and DQ for Sophia, how can Sophia survive?
And from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the WWE Women's World Champion, Sophia Everett.
Sophia cannot use a weapon. There is no member of Dominion. There is no one in the back that can come to the aid of Sophia Everett at all tonight. If anyone comes to the aid of Sophia Everett tonight, they will see repercussions from the Raw General Manager, Molly Holly. The deck is stacked against our world's champion. And she will be facing Tatum Paxley. First off, what a pick for Chemical X. A couple weeks ago, Tatum Paxley took Sophia Everett to the limit. This is a smart pick from Chemical X. Let's say Tatum Paxley can't get the job done against Sophia Everett. She will gas Sophia Everett. I mean, we know Sophia's tank is unlimited. But she will gas the champion. She will damage the champion as much as possible and soften it up for whether it's Gigi Dolan that's next or Shotzi that's next. Doesn't matter. The champion will be bruised and battered by the time this first match ends because Tatum Paxley, somehow, someway, the rookie, the young upstart, has taken the champion to her absolute limit. We've already seen Roxanne Perez earlier in the night usher in a new generation, defeating Naomi. Can Tatum Paxley do the same with the Women's World Championship on the line? The biggest match of her career is next. Sophia Everett has been here before, big time matchups. She's faced Gigi Dolan. She's beaten Gigi Dolan. She's beaten Rhea Ripley. She's beaten Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Bianca, kind of, Naomi. She's beaten a who's who, Julia, Mercedes Moné, Jade Cargill. She's beaten a who's who. And tonight, she faces Tatum Paxley, Gigi Dolan, Shotzi Blackheart, all in one night. She should be able to get the job done, as Tatum Paxley has an advantage here, but Sophia catching the boot of Tatum Paxley. Now a combination of strikes from the champion on Tatum Paxley. Minneapolis already heated up here tonight. has been on fire all night long after that pump kick from Sophia going for the cover and only getting a 1 count. Referee John Cone will be officiating this matchup, all 3 of them if necessary. As Sophia Everett drives her opponent to the ground and hits an array of strikes. This is the biggest matchup of Tatum Paxley's career. Tatum Paxley has not won a singles championship, a tag team championship in her career. And if she's able to pin Sophia Everett in this matchup, her first ever championship here in the company could be the Women's World Championship. She could be one of the faces of the division early on here. If she's able to take down one of the toughest in the world, one of the best in the world in Sophia. As she is getting in a lot of offense here in this matchup. As she gets the back of Sophia and taking her down here. I mean, Tatum Paxley has an athletic background and is very good in-ring competitor. As she gets a table and brings it into the ring. And Sophia baseball slide, but Tatum Paxley moving out of the way, getting back in the ring. Big super kick. Tatum Paxley eats it in a roll-up. This could be it. Sophia Everett kicks out at a count of 1 and rolls to the apron, almost in shock of Tatum's quickness. Right hand there from Tatum Paxley. Another right hand and a drop kick driving Sophia down to that padded concrete. And Tatum Paxley measuring her opponent, measuring Sophia. And a dive to the outside, springboard crossbody. That's why they call it a high-risk maneuver. And an elbow from the apron to the floor onto Tatum Paxley. High-risk maneuver of her own, and it pays off. Throwing Tatum Paxley into the ring. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Sophia Everett cannot use a weapon. That includes the table. If she puts Tatum Paxley through that table, I am certain that it will be a disqualification. As she set... Bark, 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 bark. As she sets up the table. Sorry, that dog threw me off. As she sets up the table into the corner. Tatum Paxley grabbing a handful of hair. Big, stiff forearm to the back of Sophia Everett. Another stiff forearm to the back. Punishing the back of Everett is Tatum Paxley. Unloading on the champion. And now targeting the left knee. I mean, we know how beaten, how battered the champion is over this lengthy championship reign. Injuries piling up. We know she is hurt in some type of way. We just know she is. As Sophia Everett fights back into this matchup, getting Tatum Paxley up to the top rope. Into position here. Big right hand there from Sophia Everett. What the hell is she looking for? Up to the top. Superplex to Tatum Paxley. Swinging the pendulum of this matchup back into her favor. And going for the cover there. I mean, that's a smart maneuver there from the champion. Obviously, well, only a count of 1, but obviously Sophia Everett has Tatum Paxley in the experience category. Been doing this much longer than Paxley. And obviously at the highest of levels. Tatum Paxley has had a lot of control here in this matchup. Good Lord, the athleticism shown on display there from Tatum Paxley. And gets a near fall cover on the champion. I mean, Tatum has had the champion reeling for most of this matchup. Sophia has gotten in very little offense. As Tatum gets Sophia up into a psycho trap. 1, 2. Near fall. We almost saw a new champion. Match 1. Tatum Paxley coming ever so close to being crowned the new Women's World Champion. I don't know how it would shake out for Chemical X in terms of sharing that championship, but Tatum Paxley almost won our first title here in WWE. Irish Whip, drop down, leapfrog, tilt the world, backbreaker to Tatum Paxley, and a little bit of insult to injury. Yeah. Roll through, senton. Yeah. We know the combinations here from Sophia. Moonsault, springboard style into the cover. Got all of it. And not even a count of 1. Not even enough damage to keep her down for at least a 2 count to tucker her out or something. That's how much offense that Sophia has got in. That's how little offense Sophia has got in. Gut-wrench suplex here from Tatum. Back in the driver's seat of this matchup. Handful of hair does Tatum Paxley have on Sophia, driving that head off the turnbuckle. Big knee to the temple of Tatum. Back up, perched up on the top rope. Looking for roll through. Where the hell is she going? Oh my goodness, step up. Looking for another superplex, rolling through into a final cut. What a combination. This could be it. 1, middle of the ring. 2. Near fall there. As Minneapolis letting it be known that this is awesome spear. Counter. Tatum Paxley has done her homework on the champion. Big clothesline is a miss. German suplex there from Sophia. And now roll through. What the hell, he on? Roll through. Oh, in the back. Giving out. I think she was going for the GTS there on Tatum Paxley. But her back gave out the damage done earlier in the matchup with the forearm strikes to the back. The back giving out on the champion, allowing Tatum Paxley to get back into this matchup. Good Lord. Murphy's Law. Shout out Buddy Matthews. Wow, what a maneuver there from Tatum Paxley. Back on the outside, looking for more weaponry to bring into this matchup. A stop sign has made an appearance here, driving it into the head. Just slamming it down onto Sophia. And a neck breaker to boot. And going for the cover. Remember, Sophia can't use a weapon. Oh, that was almost it. Near fall there for Tatum Paxley. Remember, earlier in the night, Molly Holly made it clear it is no disqualification for Chemical X. And it is much so disqualification if Sophia is able to use a weapon. Tatum Paxley, another psycho trap. This could be a new champion. 2. Oh my God. Near fall there for Paxley. 2.9. Super kick. Super kick. Super kick. Into a big knee there from Sophia, who almost saw her championship flash before her eyes. Kick out there at a count of 1 for Tatum. Sophia backing up into the corner, looking to hit the spear that she missed earlier in the matchup. Got it this time to go. Going up to the tippy top. Looking for an elbow drop. Not playing around with it. Got all of it. 1, 2. Almost got past. This is only match 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Tatum Paxley taking the champion to the absolute limit. And Sophia does not know what she has to do to take out Tatum Paxley. European uppercut, looking for that, maybe that roll through super kick, but again, Tatum did her homework, countering with a big knee. Forearm there from Tatum. Big super kick from Sophia into a straight jacket. German. 1, 2. Tatum Paxley gave it her all, but it was not enough in this gauntlet match, as Sophia is looking at her next opponent, which is Shotzi Blackheart. And enough punishment and brutality being done to Sophia as Shotzi makes her way to the ring. And I don't know why she's taking her time allowing Sophia to recover, but Sophia off the ropes with a big spear, opening this matchup already. 1, 2. Oh my God. And that's what you got to do if you're Sophia Everett. You got to take the fight to Chemical X. You can't just wait around. Opening it up with a spear, almost finishing off Shotzi in the matter of seconds. Big chops to Shotzi, and now a multitude of headbutts. That's the way to use your noggin. Multitude of headbutts to a defenseless Shotzi, and missing that kick. And maybe, oh no, I was going to say maybe that's enough to get an opening for Shotzi to get in some offense here. But no, Sophia back on the attack with a tiger suplex, stacking her. And Shotzi kicking out. Sophia has not allowed Shotzi to breathe. Springboard crossbody, another cover. Going for the win here. Only a 1 count for Sophia Everett there. Sophia has been on the attack of Shotzi since the get-go, since Shotzi made her way here into the ring. And I mean, again, that's the way you got to do it if you're going to last here in this matchup. You got to be on the attack. Big right hand Roll through. We saw this earlier in the matchup on Tatum Paxley stepping up. The athleticism on display, absolutely unbelievable. Suplex, roll through, final, cut. Another cover here on Shotzi. John Cone into position. And Shotzi kicking out yet again. This woman, Sophia Everett, I don't know where she finds it, finds this energy, finds this fighting spirit, but she is feeding off of the energy of this crowd and finding a will to survive, a will to keep going here in this gauntlet match after a tough first opponent in Tatum Paxley. But Shotzi with a meteor catching the champion who is rolling out, maybe trying to find some breath and throwing the stop sign into the shoulder of Sophia. Big forearm, right hand, countered there from Sophia. Roll through, drop kick. As smooth as ever. Sophia getting Shotzi up to her feet with a combination of strikes to the challenger of Shotzi, countering and just launching Sophia to the floor. It's the second time she's hit that floor really hard. Now driving her feet into the area of Sophia Everett. Into the midsection. Let's just say that. Into the midsection. Grabbing that stop sign. And now driving it into the head of Sophia on that ground again. That stop sign getting a lot of good use here tonight. And now a knee to the champion who is back in harm's way. Championship fading away as she is in dire straits. Shotzi turning this matchup around after Sophia with early offense since she stepped in the ring. Shotzi calling for her to get up. Sophia catching the Hurricane Rana like her bomb with the cover. One. Oh, kick out there from Shotzi. Good Lord. Sophia rolling through, gunning through the back pain. GTS. What a combination. 1, 2. Oh, kick out from Shotzi. Sophia almost moving to the final challenge. That is Gigi Dolan awaiting her. Step up knee, clothesline follow up. We know what comes after. Springboard moonsault. Insult to injury, getting it in, brother. Roll through, senton, feeding off of the energy of this Minneapolis audience. Elbow, shooting star. What a combination from the champion, 2, and Gigi Dolan. You're next.
The next fall will win the match.
Sophia Everett somehow finding a will, finding a way through a hard-fought match with Tatum Paxley, through gritting through that pain with Shotzi, finds herself with the leader of Chemical X, the woman she originally pinned for this lengthy championship reign for the Women's World Championship, Gigi Dolan, the woman she cashed in Money in the Bank. And she could see herself retaining here tonight, and she is able to finish the job. But Gigi Dolan has other plans, dropping the champion down with a pump kick. And now a combination of strikes. And finishing it with a clothesline, driving the champion down hard to the mat. Look at the welts. Look at the bruising on the champion. She has been to hell and back here in this matchup. With stop signs. With a table. And now, with what the hell is that? A barbed wire baseball bat! And it's being put to good use by Gigi Dolan. Jesus Christ! Showing no mercy, doing whatever it takes to come away with the Women's World Championship. And just draping the champion across the ropes. She has felt the brunt of a lot of offense here tonight in our main event. Live from Minneapolis, Minnesota for the Women's World Championship Gauntlet match. Crossbody missed from Gigi Dolan. And that opens up an opportunity for Sophia to get back into this matchup. Sling blade into a drop kick combination. Insult to injury. Oh, and missed. Rolled through. I think she rolled into that barbed wire. And Enziguri falling on top of that barbed wire. Good God. That cannot feel good Gigi Dolan with a big punt kick to the skull. Shout out Randy Orton. A lot of shout outs in this match. Handful of hair Gigi Dolan has, draping Sophia across that rope. Bad intentions in mind. Back elbow counter there from Sophia Everett. Styling DDT. Oh my God, eye of the hurricane onto that barbed wire. That doesn't count as disqualification. That doesn't count. The barbed wire was there inadvertently. Roll through. Senton into an elbow drop. Using that barbed wire that is just placed under Gigi Dolan. And nearly getting the 3 count for the victory there. The champion almost retaining. Calling for her challenger to get up to her feet. And a big Sicilian right hand slap. And return there. Big slap there from Sophia. These 2 women trading blows here in the middle of the ring. Chop. 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 Big Sicilian right slap. Chop. Chop. These 2 women trading blows here in the middle of the ring. This crowd behind the champion. Big right slap. Counter from Sophia. Another right hand. Another right hand from Gigi. And we've got a hockey fight in the middle of the ring. These 2 women brawling with the championship on the line for the glory. Super kick. Straight jacket. German. Nearly missing that barbed wire. Both women are spent, especially Sophia Everett, who crawls into the cover. John Cone in position 1, 2. Oh, almost a victory there for Sophia Everett, who is spent. What is she doing? Sophia Everett, if you use that, you'll get disqualified. What are you doing? And thinking against it, dropping the barbed wire. I mean, she had bad intentions in mind with that barbed wire. Has Gigi Dolan up for the GTS. Electing to drop her. Going for the shooting star, but Gigi Dolan back up to her feet miraculously. Meteora diving from the top rope. Back up top. Sophia Everett. Go for it. Shooting star press. 1, 2. Sophia has done it. To hell and back. Retains her Women's World Championship.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Women's World Champion, Sophia Everett.
What a war. What a battle against Chemical X. Tatum Paxley, Shotzi, Gigi Dolan, they gave it their all. But at the end of the day, their all was not enough against a very game champion who has her eyes set on the road to WrestleMania. Retaining here, St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and still your Women's World Champion, Sophia Everett. That's Jordynne Grace. What the hell? Jordynne Grace from NXT. The Juggernaut is here at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. What the championship shot to the champion with her own belt. And it doesn't stop there. What the hell is Jordynne Grace doing? What is she even doing out here? She's a part of the NXT roster. Just pummeling the champion. This brute, the Juggernaut. All over the champion. Good Lord, the strength. Irish whipping her into the corner and sending her crumpling to the... Oh no, the barbed wire bat previously used in the match by G... This is brutality. What the hell is Jordynne... We got to get some help out here. I don't think Jordynne Grace is going to stop. I don't think Jordynne Grace is going to stop. Powerbomb position, Sophia Everett. The table. Powerbomb through the table. What the hell is Jordynne Grace's problem? We obviously know the history between Molly Holly and Sophia, but thank God she's out here to put a stop to this nonsense! What the hell? Molly Holly, our general manager, Just hit the champion with the microphone. And Jordan, I mean, if Molly Holly's not going to stop Jordan Grace, who is? Obviously, I mean, Molly Holly said no one is to help Sophia Everett tonight. And by my guess, it includes this maniac. Molly Holly, you're in a position of power. You're in a position of power, damn it! Jordan Grace! Putting our champion through the announcer's table. Cleansing the parasites of the division. This is the world's champion. This is your world's champion, however you feel. You're our general manager. This is unethical. God damn it, get some help out here. God damn it. Where's that security or somebody? This is inhumane. Someone needs to break the goddamn rules that she set and get some goddamn help out here. This is an execution. Someone needs to stop this. What is happening? Oh, not this way. This is not the way that a long championship reign should end. The hell with the... The hell, you're better than this. You're better than... That's right there. The hell, you're better than that. This is not the way. Thea Hale taking a stand here tonight. That's what you want to see out of the future. I mean, this is absolutely disgusting. This is how you use your power when you're in a position of authority. What the hell is the state of Monday Night Raw, the state of WWE with these two lunatics having all the power on Monday Night Raw?